Welcome to Time Ball Games. I'm ELD, here to ask you for help in growing the channel. When we reach 2,500 subscribers, I'm going to be giving away a custom leather playmat to one lucky subscriber. So be sure to like and subscribe. Welcome to Fast Effect Double Speed Magic the Gathering. Here we've got Rude on Reanimator versus Matt on Eureka. Both of these players in large part originators of these decks. Rude playing Dark Ritual and Reanimator really long time ago, was kind of mocked for it way back in the day, despite putting up excellent results across New England. Just a faster build. A lot of people felt it was kind of a all-in kind of luck-based deck that really just didn't have like a legitimate place in the metagame, kind of the way some people think about, for example, like a Goblin Charbelcher, feeling like it didn't have the chops to compete with the best decks across a long tournament. But we have seen over time that Dark Ritual-based Reanimator decks are a very real thing. Likewise, Matt on Eureka has put in an incredible amount of work on this deck, and here we've got a hand that's looking very, very suspect. Just a Lotus Petal, and we've got a Force of Will on Entomb, a second land for Reanimator, and now Entombing Gristlebrand. I'm not sure if he's actually on a World Gorger Dragon build or not. There's also a deck that he has championed in recent time. I've seen other people actually playing World Gorger now with cards like Arkham's Astrolabe to get repeated draw triggers. Very different than the type of decks Rodney's been playing. Another Lotus Petal joins the board here for Matt after a Tropical Island, so a little bit closer to being able to play his game. Reanimate on Gristlebrand. And this is looking very bad for him, down to 5 as he draws 7 cards. Matt in a world of hurt here. He's going to be able to protect himself for a turn with Veil of Summer. Even if Rude has a bunch of discard, he will get a turn to draw a card, and it looks like he's got Show and Tell in hand. So, in a very dangerous spot, but not completely dead. Veil of Summer, getting using that to stop Cabal Therapy. He draws a card. While the shields are up here, if Matt can somehow draw the combo piece he needs off the top, Show and Tell in Omniscience, I mean, this would just be an incredible turn of events. He's got a Show and Tell. Oh, and he has to pass the turn. No extra mana. And Rude's able to swing with Gristlebrand and now unmask. And we see Show and Tell, Gristlebrand, Omniscience. Oh, if he had drawn a mana source off the top, he would have been able to Show and Tell in Omniscience, play Gristlebrand, and quite possibly win the game despite an incredible start for Reanimator. Just goes to show you how dangerous Eureka is. Show and Tell being cleared from his hand as Gristlebrand is sacrificed to Cabal Therapy. Now an Animate Dead is going to bring back World Gorger Dragon, and it is the World Gorger kill. So now we're going to get infinite mana and eventually get in Una, Queen of the Fae, to create infinite, or not infinite 1/1s, but to mill Matt out and create just a ridiculous amount of 1/1s. So what a interesting game one. Both players certainly playing with legacy power here. Gristlebrand in both decks. And Reanimator dodged a bullet there with Eureka bricking off the top, not having a land to potentially have a go at winning themselves. skipping past the initial shuffling. We'll see if there's any mulligans here. I can't really exaggerate the power level of Veil of Summer, especially in this type of matchup. The ability to not only deny that first discard spell, but also to put up the shields for the rest of the turn. Reanimator, the type of deck that can often go deep into the card advantage, draw a ton of cards, and then convert that by shredding your opponent's hand, making sure that they can't come back into the game. Veil of Summer can potentially completely protect you and leave them with a hand that doesn't actually do that much. You can get a Gristlebrand out, you draw a bunch of discard spells, but unless you're able to actually win the game, passing the turn is super dangerous versus a deck like Eureka. And I guess that's also really about what this dragon deck is about for Rodney. The fact that he's got the Worldgorger Dragon Kill in there means that unlike regular Reanimate decks, he's not just going to be dead to that Veil of Summer, or at least have to pass the turn because of the Veil of Summer. He can potentially convert the win right there and then by getting Worldgorger into the graveyard and then using Animate Dead or Dance of the Dead, possibly Necromancy, to loop infinitely with Worldgorger. For those unfamiliar, Worldgorger Dragon does create an infinite combo with one of those enchantments. Basically, the enchantment comes in as a global enchantment, then returns the creature to the battlefield. From there, Worldgorger Dragon enters with a trigger ability on the stack to remove all your permanents. Oh, here we go. Don't even have time to explain it. Show and Tell puts in a Gemstone Mine, a Gristlebrand on the other side for Matt. Pretty unusual for Reanimator to not have something nasty and scary to put in off of a Show and Tell. It's one of the main reasons why Reanimator is favored in this type of matchup. We've got a Force of Will. I am not actually sure the card that's being denied. It looks like an Ancient Grudge. Let's see where Rodney can go from here. He's got to feel like he's absolutely got his back against the wall here. He discards Gristlebrand, and now he's going to attempt to reanimate it. And Matt has another Force of Will, so we are on to game number 3. Rodney scooping that one up. And your opponent's Force of Willing just to keep their Lotus Petal around. They've got all the answers. Another Veil of Summer ready just in case there's discard. I mean, that was an absolute manhandling by that Gristlebrand. And got past Rodney having anything good to put in. I guess he drew the Gristlebrand for turn. Matt gonna mulligan. We can go ahead and skip that. Matt, going down to 4. Thought he was going to go ahead and keep that one and hope to draw some land off the top. He's taking a look at his sideboard. And I believe is going down to 4 cards. That is not likely to hold up against Reanimator, but stranger things have happened. I'm not even sure what you're looking for in a 4-card hand versus Reanimator. If this is 3, I mean, I feel like almost any 4 cards is better than 3. We'll see. He's got a Show and Tell. Just digging for Leyline at this point is the only possible explanation for this. The cat is definitely out of the bag. And I thought I saw a Leyline there, so I'm not even sure what I'm looking at now. I'm going to have to rewatch that one after and see what the heck that card was. It looked like the Leyline to me. Keeping just a tropical island. Faithless Looting, Lotus Petal along with Tropical Island for Matt. Another Faithless Looting. Rude able to dig so far off of this gemstone mine. Mine, not cavern. Yeah, gemstone mine. Cavern's the one that comes in pre-game. Mine comes in with 3 counters. It does reset with World Gorger Dragon. One of the reasons why you'd run that over, say, a City of Brass. City of Brass not going to allow you to go infinite. Matt now getting a card in hand. He's going to need at least 2 to make anything work here. Bayou. And now Dark Ritual. Flashing back. World Gorger in the graveyard. Now Rodney just going to need an animate spell and something to do with all of the mana. Thoughtseize. Gets Veil of Summered. Gemstone into Xantid Swarm. Able to brainstorm. We see Cunning Wish and City of Traders. I mean, he could possibly play a city and keep a couple of good cards on top. We'll see how this goes. The discard from Reanimator not likely to be able to hit lands. A Ponder. And he really just needs to find a show and tell now. He's got the Omniscience in hand. Rodney is kind of fumbling here. This is absurd that it's even a game, given that Matt mulled down to 1 and didn't find the Leyline. And there's a Animate Dead. It's going to bring back World Gorger, and Rodney's going to have infinite mana to play with. Going through the motions here. And now Gristlebrand. So very similar to Omniscience. He's going to get a Gristlebrand into play and be able to play anything he wants off of it. He's got infinite mana. Arbitrarily large amount. He can just run that loop as many times as he wants. So let's say 1,000 of each mana. Now Entomb for Una, Queen of the Fae, and the Dance of the Dead. And that is going to do it. So incredible that Matt was able to put up any kind of fight there by mulling down to 1. Was not able to find Leyline, a card that is incredibly potent in this matchup. And that is a tough one. Reanimator is an incredibly difficult matchup, and actually one of the main reasons that the deck has Leyline in the sideboard is to try and turn this matchup, which is in many cases considered an auto loss, into a much closer match. So really interesting match. Glad I got to see that one. That is all for this one, but don't worry, there is a lot more You can check out our older videos, and we're always putting out new videos from ELD's Time Vault games in Bellingham, Massachusetts. If you want to help the channel, of course, you can like, subscribe, share, tap that notification bell so you can know the next time our new videos come out. Thanks for watching.